What I want to talk about is something that really grabbed me with you as artists when in getting to know you a little bit better. And what really grabbed me came one time when we were talking together. And at one moment in time, Cecilia said, well, it would be really neat if we did some work together. And when you said that, my eyes got a little bit wider, and Erik immediately jumped in. And that is, I think, really telling about these artists, because working together, we all do it every day. I mean, it seems really banal, right? And there's participatory art, it's a buzzword now, and the peer-to-peer economy, everybody's sharing these things that we shouldn't share, by the way, everybody's sharing. But in my little world, people still build fences around their yards. And there's this idea that my knowledge might give me some kind of advantage, differential advantage in the world. So I don't necessarily want to share all of that. And you guys just blew that all away. And you were willing, no boundaries, and there were no rules, I got the impression. You didn't mind if a little part of your work got erased, or if there was an error that was made. They're taking a risk as well. I think that they're really explorationists in a way, being very experimental, taking risk that the materials might not be compatible, that the processes might not be compatible. That's something that I really loved in this piece, might get washed away somehow. But yeah, that's why I called this show Overlapping Connections, because it goes much beyond just commonalities, but really they do intersect so much, and they've done beautiful diptychs together that maybe they'll talk about.
Thank you. Oh, I'm first? You're the boss. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Welcome. For me, Overlapping Connections is something I call cosmic soup. Cosmic soup is when collective thought reaches individuals, and these individuals take these ideas and make something tangible. And when ideas become tangible, we all see that several individuals are working in the same thing. They are thinking the same. For me, I've been struck by cosmic soup. When I first went in my first plane flight, and I saw the Earth from above. Since then, I've been drawing and painting architecture seen from above, aerial maps, and all these things that we see from above. And I really didn't know why until it became evident that the land was speaking to us all. Finding a cosmic soup brother is very interesting, it's painful, and it's rare. And it is painful because when I see Erik's 10 Monopoly houses, I want it to be mine. And it's not in the sense of owning it, which I would love to, but it's in the sense that I would want to be the one who created it. But I didn't. I love that piece. I mean, it really tells the story I want to tell about the earth eroding and making things work in a sense that we don't understand. So it has been a great experience to work with you, Erik. This is a true collaboration. We're working 4 panels. And to collaborate is to take a risk. And I was a little bit afraid of really destroying the beauty I saw in his subtleties, in the patterns that he produces. So I was very mindful and very careful when I was putting my own mark, not to mask all this beauty. And what I learned about in this collaboration, I think that to collaborate has to be done in respect of the other's mark. Every exploration, I believe, we have to take our shoes off before we go into the unknown. Thank you. It's your turn, boss.
That's lovely. And I followed Cecilia's work for years and felt this common, Natalie, I loved everything you did, and I felt that, like you, I felt, wow, I wish I had done that as well. And we both have this perspective of looking at, as if you're looking out an airplane window. And I have been making these pieces, you know, I'm a water resources engineer, and I think that percolates, as it were, into the artwork. But I make these pieces that are very much informed by nature and geology, and like for this little piece in the corner, for example, is like a ice age seen from an airplane window. And then the thing I was thinking was like the cities that would be underneath this ice age, 130,000 years from now, when the next ice age appears. I mean, there's almost no mark of them left. And then when I made these panels and gave them to you, you immediately, you're so respectful. And I was the smart one because I did the first step. And I didn't have to worry so much about destroying her work. I don't think I could have done what she did. And because you were so elegant, and you took it and you put these incredible things on top. And I learned from that, and I think we learned together, and we made this. We've talked about collaborating now for, we started reading books and sharing thoughts. We had meetings. So this has been a long time in the making. And I feel it's been such a wonderful experience to work with you on this and to grow and to learn. And we look forward to more collaborations. So that's exciting. And thank you to Hanneke for bringing us together, and for your eye and your word, because you're so perceptive in how you saw it and described what we're doing. That was phenomenal. So yeah, thank you so much.
If you have questions, I no hablo inglés. No, of course you can ask.
Any questions? Anything you'd like to know about? Can you describe maybe a piece of yours?
Of course. Well, I brought two types of work that I do. First is my maps. So I work with Google Earth and also some satellite photography. And I really enjoy seeing Houston from above. It looks like a dandelion, very beautiful and still very frail. So that's the kind of things I bring. And with impossible architecture is using Google Earth, I will go up north to the pole and really see that they're no longer icebergs. So what I do, well, I start drawing and painting an iceberg production plant, because we're gonna need that, right? It's my way of saying, we need to look at this, we need to think about this. So that is what I brought.
And Erik, do you want to talk about a different piece than
Sure. So I brought 3 different series. One is, so the water resources engineer and me made the map, which is a very explicit reference to sea level rise. But if you want to see that come to life and become animated, I can show that to you later. Just come and approach me. Happy to do that. Just look at it through an app on your phone. It's really fun. And the other pieces in the back are the fossils of the Anthropocene series. These ideas, the artifacts that we might leave behind in the future, and often there's pieces of plastic in that to reference the age of oil, essentially, and climate change. And then I've already talked about that.
Yeah, you've
So,
already talked about
yeah.
it. But in the fossil series, you have to really go up close, because from a distance, you don't notice the monopoly houses or the embedded objects. From afar, it's just this beautiful topographical map of valleys and lakes and all of that, and then you come close and discover something new. Which is
Oh yeah,
cool.
there can be things you learn.
Yes.
Yeah. If you take the time and you have a little bit of your wine and time, then you can see all these gifts that he gives. Yeah.
I don't think anybody has spent more time and more attention with my work than you.
Yeah. I can tell you where they are.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations both. I have a question in regards of scale. For painting, when you did both collaboration, did you have to keep in mind the scale, or was something that you had more freedom to really not think about?
When I gave it to you, I needed you to see it and be totally free and to respond to what was in there. So it was just go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and of course the scale, when I saw the panels that for the collaboration, I thought it was a huge panel because I saw the patterns of rivers and erosion and land. So I knew that I was looking at something big. So I really had to take in count the proportions of the architecture that I put in on top of that. So yeah, it's a very good observation. He's an artist, so please cheat.
Well, architect, that's why I also was thinking about the scale. You had to really work on a painting with that picture.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So with that,
Sure.
we have a concert.
Oh,
Yay!